Hello and happy Monday. We're so excited to be starting off your week. I'm Campbell Holmes.
And I'm Cassidy Rickley, and you're watching NewsWatch Ole. Well, Campbell, the sun is shining today, and it's been so beautiful out.
It's been so nice today, and since it's been so nice, there are a lot of great opportunities to go and exercise.
That's right. Well, coming up, we're going to show you how to maximize this weather the right way with opportunities to stay fit.
And later on, we'll have the watch to catch you up on all things national news. You do not want to miss it.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm really hoping this weather sticks.
Me too. Today was such a great day for weather. Let's check in with our weather anchor, Mackenzie Cox, to hear our current conditions. Mackenzie?
Good evening, Rebels. It's currently 70 degrees outside, and it's starting to feel like spring, but those temperatures will be cooling down and we'll have storms coming our way. Stay tuned for more in news and weather.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Now, Cassidy, I know it's February, but did you make a New Year's resolution?
If I'm being honest, I did not. Did you?
See, I didn't either, but lots of people make their resolutions going to the gym regularly and just getting into the habit of going to the gym. News reporter Phoebe Kramer got to talk to locals about their workout resolutions.
A new year brings new goals, and for many students, that means hitting the gym. At South Campus Rec Center, crowds are at an all-time high with packed parking lots and long waits for machines and weights.
There's no parking, and it's hard to find equipment sometimes because there's too many people.
Big influx. Every single day I come, it's super crowded, no matter what time I come.
Burn Boot Camp owner Charlie Dyer says he has also seen an influx of students coming in after the new year.
Obviously, the beginning of the year, everybody's wanting to get started, wanting to get out of the December and start over New Year resolutions and all those things. So we've got about 150 trial members added onto our normal membership right now this month.
However, a national study shows 43% of people quit their New Year's resolution after 1 month, with majority of resolutions being fitness related.
Just know that every single day is a new opportunity to start over. It doesn't have to be January 1st. And I think that's the biggest thing throughout the year. We get people going, oh, I fell off or I didn't do it. Well, good, come back now. Today can be the first day of your new year or your whatever your new goal is.
Just like Charlie said, it's never too late to get in the gym, even though it's far after New Year's. Phoebe Kramer, NewsWatch Ole.
Thank you, Phoebe. Oxford Mayor Robin Tannehill will be in Oxford for another 4 years with all but one of the current sitting aldermen. Ward 1 Alderman Ricky Addy elected not to run again this year to retain his seat on the board. Since there is only one person running as a Republican and the other two are running as independents, there will be no primary election. The 3 candidates will be on the June 3rd ballot. There will not be a runoff for the general election, and everyone will vote at the Oxford Conference Center off Sisk Avenue.
Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs, Dr. Charlotte Faint Pegues, announces her retirement after working at the university for over 3 decades. However, her retirement announcement has not come very peacefully due to her recent felony charges due to animal cruelty. Pegues has been served with 10 counts of animal cruelty back in September by Lafayette County's grand jury after reports mentioning potential animal neglect.
This past week, flagship student scholars got to set goals for themselves this year by participating and making vision boards.
Let's see what some of their goals are with NewsWatch reporter Tyra Walton.
At the beginning of every year, many people tend to set goals for themselves of how they want their lives to look. Last week, flagship student scholars got together to create vision boards discussing their goals for 2025 and what the flagship program meant to them.
The flagship here at the University of Mississippi basically brings together rural Mississippi students, and we just talk about the different challenges that we go through being from Mississippi, basically the Delta, and we just become closer and we try to strive for greatness here at the university.
This program has offered opportunity for me to explore different things on campus that can enhance me academically, socially, and professionally. So it's a very important program to me, and I'm glad to be a part of the inaugural cohort of that program.
Flagship Scholar students had the choice to create a digital board using Canva or a poster board using magazine art.
Down here it says, Mi sueño sería la realidad, and it means that my dreams will become the reality. So I will look back at this every day, and it'll be a reminder of what my goals are for the next 4 years.
One thing that God said in His Word was to write the vision and make it plain. And I believe that when you truly see a vision and you remind yourself of that vision daily, you're more likely to be successful when it comes down to accomplishing it. So one thing that I like to do is just write everything down and see it and go back over it and remind myself what the goal is so that I can make sure that I'm not stagnant in life and constantly moving forward.
If you are also someone who likes to keep yourself motivated, don't let this year roll by without writing down your goals and keep pushing yourself to your dreams.
For NewsWatch Ole Miss, Tyra Walton reporting.
The Oxford Lafayette County Economic Development Foundation, also known as EDF, is taking another step to help improve the economic growth for the community of residents. EDF Chief Officer Ryan Miller stresses how important it is for not only Oxford, but the Lafayette County and the University of Mississippi to come together and help. Miller encourages residents to participate in a survey to help make sure all of the voices in this community are heard. To fill out this survey, you can go to survey.alchemaker.com.
With the freshman classes continuing to grow, the university will lease 228 bed spaces at the Flats at South Campus for the 2025-26 school year. This is the 6th master lease agreement the university has made with off-campus apartment complexes. Along with the Flats, Ole Miss is expanding its agreement at Rebel Oxford by adding 116 bed spaces for the class of 2029. Taylor Bend Apartments is also expanding with adding around 80 more bed spaces for their off-campus living agreement. The new apartments at the Flats at South Campus will be managed like any other university on-campus and off-campus housing.
Coming up on NewsWatch Ole Miss, NewsWatch anchor Gianna Gonzalez will give us a special look at the Fashion Panel Vision Board event.
Plus, we've got all the national news on the watch with Cassidy. NewsWatch Ole Miss, we'll be right back.
Sometimes in life, in order to move forward, it helps to look back.
To learn from the pioneers and trailblazers.
To gain inspiration from those who came before us.
To show us what it means to act with empathy and to show that love has no labels.
Join WWE and Love Has No Labels throughout the year in celebrating people from all communities and heritages.
Because when love has no labels,
that's a love we can all fight for.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. What do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Fashion is always changing. With new trends and styles coming out, it's hard to keep up with the trends. But thankfully, Ole Miss has its very own fashion panel for you to join. The Fashion Panel is an opportunity for students to be involved in the world of cute clothes and accessorizing. Here's NewsWatch reporter Gianna Gonzalez.
Today I had the opportunity to accompany the Fashion Panel on their Vision Board event in hopes to get some insight about the club itself.
I just thought this would be such a good bonding opportunity for everyone because we're very new, and this is something simple and kind of like low-key. It's not a meeting, but something fun to do for the new year.
I also asked about how this panel had originated.
But pretty much the way this started is one of my professors, his name is Mark Dolan, and he had mentioned how he wanted to do a fashion show for the school, and so I emailed him and I was like, hey, like, what is this? Like, how do I get involved? And he was like, well, it's not a thing yet. And so I emailed back and I was like, okay, we're gonna make this a thing.
I wanted to start a club where everyone can be involved and anyone can join, with the goal of like having a fashion show and showing off all the style at Ole Miss to show that it is a fashion school, not just a sports school.
These reps have a passion for fashion. I'm Gianna Gonzalez, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Thank you, Gianna. I'm now going to hand it over to Cassidy for The Watch.
Thank you, Campbell. The White House has announced a month-long pause for tariffs on Mexico. The decision comes after agreements on trade and security were made between President Donald Trump and Claudia Sheinbaum. According to the deal, Mexico will position 10,000 National Guard members at the U.S.-Mexico border. The U.S., in turn, will respond with efforts to prevent high-powered weapons from being trafficked to Mexico. The 25% tariffs towards Mexico are scheduled to start on Tuesday. The tariff on products imported from Canada will soon cost Americans 15 cents a gallon or more at the gas pump, but that's not as much of a price hike as it could have been. Tariffs on U.S. imports from Canada and Mexico were announced Saturday and are set to take effect on goods arriving Tuesday. He has since paused the tariffs from Mexico, and the tariffs will affect the price of Americans will pay for all the imports from other countries, including cars, lumber, agriculture products. Gasoline and other energy products could be among the first to see expected price increases. Many oil producers in Canada have little alternative for their oil other than sending it to U.S. refiners, which could make it difficult for all those producers to pass on full cost the tariffs to the U.S. customers. A White House official says that Elon Musk is now a server under President Donald Trump as a special government employee. Musk, who has an office in the White House campus, has been leading government efficiency initiative known as DOGE. President Trump created DOGE under the executive order to cut the cost of excess regulations, eliminate wasteful expenses, and restructure federal agencies. The new government agency could potentially access information across other agencies and even do so much as work behind closed doors, despite regulations on governmental disclosure. At this time, it's not an actual government agency, so it can't make budget cuts without a congressional approval. President Donald Trump signed an executive order today ordering a creation of sovereign wealth fund within its next year, but has offered few details on how such a fund would work. Typically, such funds rely on a country's budget surplus to make investments, but the U.S. operates at a deficit. Its creation would also require approval from Congress. Trump said that the wealth fund could buy TikTok for those fate that has been hanging since a law requiring its Chinese owner to either sell it or face a ban. After taking office on January 20th, Trump signed an executive order delaying the ban for 75 days. He says that it currently in talks over TikTok's purchase and would have a decision on the app's future in February. That's all for today for national news. Keep up with NewsWatch Ole Miss for consistent updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Cassidy. Now that we're up to date on the nation, let's catch up with weather. Mackenzie, can you tell us a bit about tonight's conditions?
Right, well, it's been a great day today, but we will be cooling down this evening, and that comes at a cost. That cost is rain showers. It's going to be a stormy week, and I'll have more information on that up next in weather. Go team. Yeah. Crosstalk? What are you talking about first?
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. We certainly have an eventful week coming up in weather, but first let's take a look at our current conditions. Right now we're sitting at 70 degrees outside. It's starting to feel like spring and it's only February. You can see it's been sunny skies all day, although we had some clouds this morning. Most of those have moved on out, but the winds are picking up a little bit. That's a sign of incoming showers this evening. Right now, precipitation chance sitting at just 2%, so you should be good for the next few hours. Let's see. Having some clicker difficulties here. But as we're sitting with this current conditions, like I mentioned, that this week will be eventful in weather. So we do have some showers coming in tonight. Although we've been dry in the region today, it's important to keep that in mind as you go about your activities this evening. Trying my best to see if we'll get to the next slide, but if not, it's just you and me. As I mentioned, so as we move throughout the 5 days, we have some high pressure systems coming through Mississippi. And so we'll see that's going to look like cloud coverage. It's going to look like higher winds and showers tomorrow and Wednesday. As you're on your way to class, you're going to want to make sure that you have your umbrella with you so you can be prepared for those pop-up showers that could really come up anytime morning or early afternoon. Those shower chances should decrease by Saturday, so we still have hopes for a sunny and somewhat nice weekend, even if we have a little more cloud coverage than we would like. Although we won't be able to see the 5-day forecast, we can still chat about it at the desk. We can see that, like I mentioned, it's going to be not a pleasant week in weather, so I don't bring great news today, but at least we still have some indoor things we can do.
That is very true, Erica. We do play Kentucky tomorrow night in men's basketball. I'm hoping that will be a little sunshine for our rainy days, don't you think?
Yes, and coming up, we will actually talk about last weekend. The Rebs took a tough loss to the #1 Auburn Tigers. But don't worry, because like Campbell said, we have another opportunity tomorrow night to get back into the win column. Check back in after the break for this and more.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Here's your challenge. How many riders in green jump the ramps? Go. Five riders in green jump the ramps. But did you notice the unicyclist? How about the hidden message? Did you see that? Did you notice the man dropping the suspicious backpack? Your next challenge, be aware of your surroundings. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Rep.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of Hotty Toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready?
Welcome back, Rebs. I'm Erica Dierke with Sports Watch. Well, like I said, the Tigers from Auburn came to town and battled it out in the pavilion with the men's basketball team. The game was close, but the number 1 ranked team ended up taking the win. Sports reporter Claire Ulmer was there to see all of the sold-out game.
1-1-1, the first of the month at 1 p.m. against the number 1 ranked opponent. The number 23 Rebels take on the number 1 Auburn Tigers in the SJB Pavilion. The Rebels fight to make a season-changing upset, while the Tigers fight to maintain their spot on top. The first half started as expected, a classic back-and-forth SEC defensive battle. Emotions ran high, and so did the fouls, with 18 called on the Rebels and 24 on the Tigers. Free throws were the name of the game in this matchup, and the Rebels just couldn't seem to hit from the line consistently, which led to the upset. This physical battle was back and forth, with the Tigers scoring first, but the Rebels not far behind going into the half, 41-32. The energy was contagious, as the weight of this match was clearly expressed through emotional and fast play. The momentum seemed fast for the Tigers, but there was a slight disconnect for the Rebels early in the game. The Ole Miss Rebels attempted a comeback after the half, but could not hold up against the defense from Alabama. The Auburn Tigers took the victory 92-82, with the Ole Miss Rebels falling back in the rankings to 25 and Auburn staying as number 1.
The Ole Miss Rebels took a hard loss to the Auburn Tigers 92-82. The game was filled with tough play, defenses back and forth, and fouls all 4 quarters. There's truly nothing like an SEC game. We'll see if the Ole Miss Rebels will be able to come back after a tough loss on the February 4th against the Wildcats from Kentucky.
The Rebs have another chance to get a conference win at home tomorrow night against Kentucky. Ole Miss women's basketball stays hot, taking a major win against number 23 ranked Vanderbilt in Nashville on Sunday. Star Jacobs undoubtedly led us to victory, scoring 24 points and notching her 29th career double-double, supported by Madison Scott's 16 points. Defense shined as the Commodores scored their second fewest points in a game they have all season, topped only by the first time they faced us earlier this year. Let's hear from the player of the game.
At how I played the first time against them and only playing half the game, I knew what was expected of me for the whole 40 minutes of this game. So just coming out and doing what I needed to do, and the rebounds were just coming to me.
The Rebels will return home to face new SEC opponent Oklahoma on Thursday at 6:30. So make sure to show up and show out. Continuing with our basketball theme, let's take a look nationally at all the movement in the NBA. Starting with the blockbuster 3-team trade between the Lakers, Mavericks, and Utah Jazz. Along with a lot of players and picks moving around, the headlining swap is Los Angeles gaining Luka Doncic and Dallas receiving Anthony Davis. The Lakers front office spoke about their excitement to gain a young superstar, while the Mavs cited defense as their motivation to acquire Davis. Meanwhile, De'Aaron Fox was traded to the Spurs and Zach LaVine to the Kings in another 3-team deal with the Bulls. Although star player Fox didn't request a trade, the prospect of him declining an extension this summer led the franchise to try to capitalize off of him and rebuild. And that's all I've got for sports. So be sure to follow us on our socials and tune in again tomorrow at 5. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Erica. And speaking of sports, we have an exciting way to end the show for you after the break.
Stay here all about the entertainment side of the upcoming Super Bowl. NewsWatch Ole Miss, we'll be right back.
And just like that, she starts to grin. A special flame's been lit within. The spark of something new begins. There's something in the water. On her own, she's in the zone. Determination can't be thrown. Resilience building in her bones. There's something in the water. With her gator on and her waders on, she can tackle anything till dawn. There must be something in the water. On and off the boat she flies. The sky's the limit, she's soaring high. She's a force of nature on the rise. There's something in the water.
Just try one. If you don't like it, it's easy to give up.
Uh-oh, nicotine. I'd better move fast. Up and away!
Go on, kid, go on.
Superman, is it hard to give up smoking, or is it easy like nicotine says?
You no good windbag, nicotine.
No, Superman. Leave me one. Please, I need one. Just...
That's how hard it is. That's why I never say yes to a cigarette.
How to know if you should reach out to a friend? Your friend might be worried, sad, grumpy, angry, stressed, weird, rebellious, anxious, antisocial, lonely, sleeping less, sleeping more, eating less, eating more. Look, there are a lot of things to watch out for, but you know your friend best. So if they're not acting themselves, why not say something? Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org. Awkward.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. We're joined by entertainment anchor Maddie Grace Morris.
There's lots going on this week with the Grammys happening last night and the Super Bowl being this week.
Yes, the biggest game of the year is just days away, and here in Oxford, Ole Miss students are already making their game day plans. Now, if you're looking for the best spots to catch the action, two places will be packed on the square, Funky's and the library. Whether you're a die-hard football fan or just there for the vibes like me, both of these spots will be buzzing with plenty of TVs, cold drinks, and yummy food to celebrate. But if football isn't your thing, don't worry, there's still plenty to look forward to. Fashion fans will have their eyes on style icons like Taylor Swift, who has now officially decided she will be at the Super Bowl to support Travis Kelce. But in return, Kelce skipped the Grammys last night, but we'll give him a pass since he was at practice for the biggest game of the year. Also in the spotlight will be Gracie Hunt, the daughter of Chiefs owner Clark Hunt, who always brings her A-game in the fashion department. And of course, music lovers won't want to miss Kendrick Lamar's highly anticipated halftime performance. Now, that part's always my favorite. And even though it's only Monday, I always say it's never too early to start planning your weekend. So whether you're there for the game, the fashion, or the music, Oxford is the place to be this Super Bowl Sunday. Do y'all have any big plans for the Super Bowl?
I plan to go to the library on Sunday. I'm really excited to watch the game. I'm a sports girl, but I'm really excited for Kendrick Lamar. He's my favorite rapper, so yeah.
I was going to say, I'm really looking forward to the halftime performance. I heard, isn't SZA coming out today?
Yes,
That's what I heard, so I'm excited to see where that takes us. Thank you, Maddie Grace, so much. I'm looking forward to this exciting weekend.
Me too, and that is all we have for tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I am Campbell Holmes.
And I'm Cassidy Rickley, and this is with your latest news.
And I'm Maddie Grace Morris.
I'm Erica Durkee with Sports Watch.
And with Storm Watch, I'm Mackenzie Cox.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5.
NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live.
And we keep it local.